My name's Tegan McIntyre. I'm a silver leader in doTERRA, and I am really qualified for this class, Women's Health and Hormones. First of all, I'm a woman, and second of all, I just got over having my period yesterday, so I have used many of these products, and I continue to use them on a daily basis. But I love being a woman, and there are some ups and downs of being a woman, but the thing about doTERRA is they have so many great resources for us women that can help regulate our hormones, can help me with menstrual pains and things like that. So I was not aware of that. I've been using doTERRA products for about 10 years, and I wasn't aware that there were so many great products for women. So you actually can, like if you're shopping, there is a section just for women, and it tells you the products that you can use. But I would really just, come at this rather than being overwhelmed with, wow, there's a lot of products to help me out. Just really pinpoint, like, this is what's going on with me. This product can really help me out, and I would love to use this and try it out. So rather than, feeling overwhelmed, just pick one or two things that you might really love. And that's what I've kind of done. I've slowly throughout the years tried different products and found what works really well for me, and what products I'm still learning about more and more as I have gained to really love the different products that we have. So let me see. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to think, if you're not in your monthly cycle, if you're menopausal or if you're pre-menopausal, I want you to, rate on how is your monthly cycle out of 1 to 10. How is your pre or post menopause? Like, what are your symptoms? Are these areas, like, do you have some hormone imbalances that are really hard for you? Do you have hyper or hypothyroid? Do you have adrenal fatigue, difficulty losing weight, mood swings? One of my things is difficulty losing weight. Mood swings is another one that I have a really hard time with. I have family members that have difficulty sleeping. Infertility was a huge one for me. And just by changing my diet, I actually found that really helped me out with my infertility, and some other things that we did to help with infertility. But that was a huge one for me. That's why we're just blessed with 3 kids. But this is something that doTERRA, there's a lot of really great products that can help out with that. Poor memory, type 2 diabetes, and so on and so forth. There's so many other things that are coming out. I have a lot of other genetic type of problems, like I have polycystic ovaries. I also have the MTHFR gene. So there's a lot of things that put me out of whack, especially during that time of month, or just even during the regular months. So it's really great that we have so many awesome products that can help us just balance those different things. So this is kind of the endocrine system. It's involved in our growth and development. It affects our metabolism and regulation, our overall homeostasis. It's a system of gland that supports and produces and sends hormones to targeted organs and tissues, and the circulatory system. And so, like, if you're having problems in any of these areas, like the pineal gland, the thymus, the ovaries, and the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, the thyroid, if you're having any pancreas, adrenal glands, placenta. So if you're having any problems in these areas, it's because you have, there's just an imbalance. And so it's important that we regulate that. And essential oils are really beneficial and in circulating, because they attach onto the cell, and they really, really benefit and help with the process with our endocrine system. So I have found that so many different products have been really helpful, during any time of the month that, I need support and help. So let's see, why is this not moving here? Here we go. Okay. The first, and I would say the foundational piece that we have to have, and I've found that if I am not taking my Lifeline Vitality consistently, then I am just out of whack completely. Like I'm tired, my body just needs just extra help. So no matter what we're doing, like if I would really suggest that you're eating a really healthy diet, but as much as we eat a really healthy diet, because I eat really good, like just for dinner, I had a salad and I had, some really good lean meats for dinner. But even then, that salad, doesn't have the nutrients that I absolutely need. And so the Microplex VMZ is really important to give you those minerals and, those healthy vitamins that you need to have in your body, and it helps you function. And I have found that my hormones are balanced well. My periods were really inconsistent. My periods went from like anywhere from 45 to 60 days. I never knew when it was going to start, my periods. But once I started getting on the Life on Vitality pack, my periods were regular. So I actually, every 30 days, I have the regular period that I didn't have before. So it's really important that you're having a really good foundational nutrients in your body. And a huge piece of that is that Microplex. The next one is the omegas. I mean, we have omega-6s in there and omega-9s. I think there's omega-7s. But this is super important for your brain health, your body function, your joints. And, I have found that I don't have brain fog. I can think clearly. My joints don't hurt at all, when I'm on the omegas. But when I'm not taking those omegas, my body is just completely irregular. And then the Alpha CRS, that is so great with helping that cells repair themselves. And it helps me with my energy. So that fatigue that I get in the afternoon, that afternoon slump, that Alpha CRS is excellent for that afternoon slump. When I am consistently taking these three foundational things, I'm functioning like a normal human being. Whereas before, I'd always hit that afternoon slump. My joints were always hurting, and, I'm having some brain fog. So this is a huge piece. And, they're packed with just such great, powerful, things, vitamins and minerals, and, and it's been researched for us. And I'm so grateful that it can help me. And it's just helped me be a better person. So the next thing is that it's important to take care of your liver. So I didn't realize this until actually this year, realizing how important my liver was kind of acting up. And I actually ended up in the ER, and I found that my liver was just not functioning correctly. And so, it's important that this is important for your hormone balance. And these are some of the products that doTERRA has. We have Zendicren, which we actually have two forms of Zendicren. And I didn't realize, because I've had both Zendicrens, I didn't know the difference between them. But the Zendicren soft gels are the Zendicren oil, which is just a mix of, just a different mix of essential oils. And the essential oils that are in there are tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro. And this is great for liver detox. It's awesome for hormone balancing and, your gallbladder, any kidney damage that you've had. And then the Zendicren complex is actually a mix of herbs. So, and this one actually functions in a different way. So it still helps with that liver, helps with the toxic liver, but it also will help with bloating and your gallbladder and, any kidney damage or colon issues or constipation. So that's the difference. So one of them is the essential oil, and the other one is just a mix of herbs. And both of them function and help that liver function better, so that you're balancing your hormones. Another huge piece when you to cleanse your liver is to obviously drink tons of water. Right here it says to drink lemon and some sassy, but we are switching those to MetaPower. I wasn't able to change the MetaPower on there, but I put the photo of MetaPower, the essential oil, on there. But these are great to add into your water. I love adding lemon in there. It's probably my favorite thing. I've been adding the MetaPower into my water as well, and it just helps so that helps helps me so I'm not as hungry, but it also just tastes really great in my water. So, but lemon is wonderful for detoxing your liver and cleansing your body. And so it's one thing that it's used on the daily in our home. So, and then obviously we just chatted about the Zendocrine. So if any of the products in here, I feel like lemon and the Life on Vitality Pack are really, really foundational for, like for that, endocrine system. So the next thing is your adrenals. So adrenals really affect like if you're tired and, if you're tired on a regular basis, it's because you're not really truly caring for your adrenals. But some suggestions that I have for you is that you can apply Magnolia to your adrenals twice a day. And Magnolia, if you've ever smelt it, it just smells so amazing. It's probably one of my favorite floral oils to smell. And if you just apply that to your adrenals, it would be, a great way to help you out. And then you've got the Mito 2 Max. And the Mito 2 Max, you could use twice daily. I actually was listening to a video and a woman was telling me that she likes to take Mito 2 Max before she goes to bed. And it sounds kind of weird because most people know as Mito 2 Max to help with your energy and stamina. But I actually was looking up Mito 2 Max and I was going to read that to you here just a second real quick. But it helps with body fatigue and tiredness, adrenal fatigue, hormonal imbalance, libido, physical stress, anxiety, and poor circulation. And so just helping your body just calm down and relax for the day, that Mito 2 Max could help. You could give it a try and see if it keeps you up all night, then maybe you shouldn't take it right before bed. But if you're like, I have a feeling that if I took the Mito 2 Max, that it actually probably would help me sleep really well, because I know throughout the day, I'm just completely just go, nonstop. And my adrenals probably have some major fatigue, but this could really help calm down your adrenals and help them so they're not so tired. The next thing, this is talking about the female reproductive system. So when we talk about the female reproductive system, that has to do with the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, the uterus, the cervix, external genitalia, breast, which works closely with other systems, especially in your endocrine system. Ovaries, they actually secrete an estrogen and proestrogen, which are crucial for our fertility, but also they play a key role with our emotions and our physical health. So I found, like right before I'm ready to have that time of the month, literally it's like 2 or 3 days before, my emotions are up the wall. Like everything just irritates me and I seem to be, everything just seems to bug me. And so it's really important that we are maintaining and keeping that, keeping those ovaries and those, and keeping that reproductive system happy down there. And so it's important that you're feeding you're feeding your body good food, you're hydrating your body. And I've found that when I am not hydrated, that's when I always get really bad migraines. And also if I'm eating lots of sugar right before my period too. So if I'm eating lots of sugar, if I'm not drinking, then I get really, really, really bad migraines right before, and they're called hormonal headaches. So I don't usually get headaches, but when I do get them, they're always during like just once a month I get them, and they usually last for a good day or so. So these are some of the products that I have found that work really, really well during that time of the month. And one of the products that is used probably 2 or 3 times a day, I smell like Clary Calm all day long. And it's great. It really has helped us, especially since I've gotten older and I've had kids. I found that I've had a lot of abdominal pain and lots of cramping and heavy periods and PMS and things like that. And so this Clary Calm really does help me out. And so for the 5 days that I am on my period, I am using Clary Calm. I actually start using it right before too, because I can kind of feel the cramping up a little bit. So, but yeah, you can actually apply it to your ankles. And this, especially if you don't like the smell of it. I like the smell of it because I love the smell of clary sage. But if you don't like the smell of it, then you can apply it to your ankles, and then you can put some socks on right over it, and then you don't have to smell it. But I have found that it's really helped with my cramping and things like that during that time of the month. So The other product that I actually haven't ever, I use it on a regular, but I have never realized that it could help out for your hormones. But this is the queen of oils. So frankincense is the king of all oils, but the rose is the queen of all oils. But this is perfect for emotional balance, boosting your libido, promotes openness. And it's also another one that you can apply to your lower abdomen and relief from your menstrual discomfort. And I didn't realize that. If I would have known, I have a bottle of it. I want to give it a test. So this next month in December, I think I'm going to give it a try and see, if this can really help promote. It says it also helps promote regular ovulation. So, those people who have those irregular ones, this might be one that they can apply, and you can apply it to your ankles, just like the Clary Calm as well. So rose is a great product. I love the smell. It reminds me of my grandmother's rose garden. So it brings back good emotional things for me, as well as it's going to be a fantastic one to help you with your anything that has to do with your hormones. So phytoestrogen complex. Now this is actually not estrogen. So you're not taking estrogen. It's a natural form of estrogen-like therapy. So it's not actually estrogen. But this assists in the balance of not only your deficiency, but it also helps with those really harmful estrogens that are in your body. So I can't remember the name of the harmful estrogen, but it actually is really, really bad for your body. And so if you are not taking a really good, natural type of estrogen-like product, then your body will hang on to these harmful estrogens. And so to minimize the unwanted symptoms, it's, and this also will help minimize symptoms when you're having your menstrual cycle. So I've noticed the older I've gotten, I think because I'm premenopausal, I've noticed my cramps are getting worse and things like that. And so my menstrual cycle is a lot longer. It's a lot more painful. And so I know it's probably because I need to be taking more of this phytoestrogen. And this one's really important to take to help with that. And so in there, it has a fermented soy extract, and it's the good type of soy. It's not the kind that we've heard that we're not supposed to take, but it's a really great one, which promotes, good, healthy breast tissue. And, I have, let's see, ovarian cancer runs in my family, and so does a breast cancer. And so both my mother and my grandmother have had it. And so it's important for me to promote good, healthy breast, as well as important ovaries. So this is a really great product that I have just begun taking, and I'm excited to see if it's starting to help minimize that pain with my menstrual cycles.
Okay,
So another,
can we
yeah,
go back?
Go ahead.
Back to phytoestrogen.
Yeah.
So 15 years ago I had a hysterectomy because I was getting menstrual migraines, is what they called mine, super heavy flows, and I just was done. So I had a hysterectomy, but left the ovaries. Fast forward to right now, hot flashes. My first class that I took with this, I got this. I have no more hot flashes taking this. I feel more hormonally balanced. Like, I just don't feel like I'm on an emotional roller coaster some days, how we just kind of get off a little bit. I took this to my doctor that before I started doing the MetaPower too. And I said, this is everything I'm taking. And he grabbed the bottle and he goes, this better not have estrogen in it. And I'm like, it's doTERRA. You think they're going to do stuff like that? And he's reading and he goes, oh, this is going to be really good. And so I've been taking it. I had one of my customers, she was having hot flashes all the time, and she's older. She's I think in her 70s. And I asked her how she was doing the other day, and she goes, I ran out of that phytoestrogen and it really helped. I need to get me some more. So that all ages, this is, no matter how far out of menopause into menopause or whatnot you are, it's helping all ages, not just menstrual, not just, premenopausal. I'm kind of, about 2 years into the menopause kind of thing. But it's this woman that's in her 70s, so.
That's great. Question for you. Are you currently taking because don't you have to take, when you get your ovaries taken out, don't you usually have to take like a hormone pill? Do you not have to take that with this, or do you not?
I left my ovaries.
Oh,
So
okay, you left your ovaries.
and
Okay.
they're not functioning anymore because I'm menopausal.
Yeah,
So they're just kind of hanging out right now,
yeah.
just doing
Okay,
whatever. But
okay. I was
but
just wondering. Yeah.
I just know that the hot flashes were getting pretty crazy. And I even said to my husband, like, have you noticed I haven't complained? And I actually get cold now, which I wasn't ever cold. I was always just my own little personal heater. And so this is like been life changing for me menopausally, hormonally. I don't know if that's a word, but
It works. It's a new word. You're good.
pretty crazy. And if I miss a day, I start feeling them coming on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta, and I'm only doing one a day.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's so good to know. Thanks for sharing that, Jody. I love to hear that. So
pretty
yeah,
crazy
it's
stuff.
helping out with people with hot flashes. I know that this is a really, really important. And so that's why I've started to take it, because actually this summer I started to kind of get hot flashes too. And I'm early 40s, but it's kind of, it's not too early to be premenopausal. And so I've really felt like drawn to this product. And so it would be cool to see if luckily right now it's like winter time, so I don't get as hot as much, but I still am getting them in the kind of at night and stuff like that. So that's good to know. So I'm glad that I felt drawn to it, and I've started using it the last month or so. So cool. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Next one, the bone nutrient. So this right here is a bioavailable nutrient for men and women. So it's not just for women. But it helps with bone integrity, the strength, and the overall health. So it's really important for people with weak or fragile bones. It helps with bone fractures and growing individuals. And this doesn't have to be for super, Jody was saying with the phytoestrogen. You don't have to take this if you're old, super old. My 7-year-old, she broke her arm last month. And so I've been giving her the bone nutrient because I've heard it's really great to help. And the type of bone break that she had, she didn't have like a fracture. She actually had I forget the name of it. It's called a buckle fracture. So it means that the bone was just pushed down. And so I actually gave her, and so it's kind of like a soda can was just being pushed down. So I was like, okay, well, how is her bone going to grow? Like it literally got pushed down, and so I've been giving her this bone nutrient. And in the bone nutrient, it actually has vitamins C and D in there. And then I think there's zinc and a lot of other really great products in there. And I was just reading the outside of it and I was looking at it and I was like, so my husband and I got sick, and then my daughter Finley got sick, and then my other daughter, who broke her arm, who I've been feeding this bone nutrient to, did not get sick. And I'm pretty darn sure it had to do with her taking this bone nutrient. And so it's because she's taking this huge dose of vitamin C and D. And we just went to the doctor's office just barely, and did another x-ray. Heck yes, it'll help with osteoporosis. Yes, that's definitely would help out with that. So good question, Kim. And so but we saw bone growth. My daughter, literally, I saw this bones. I mean, granted, she's young and her bones are going to grow and she doesn't have any, problems with bones growing, but her bone was growing up towards there to kind of help support those bones that had fallen down. And then the other ones were kind of latching on top. So, she was only wearing a cast for a month, but her bones had already been growing, and it's been really great. So I am a huge advocate for this bone nutrient, especially for anything that help, bone related, and definitely osteoporosis is one of those things, so that it could help out with. So another thing that it's important for your hormones is to take care of your pancreas. So MetaPower, I would suggest taking 1 to 3 MetaPower soft gels daily to help support your metabolism and regulate your blood sugars and it helps you release water. I have really loved the MetaPower soft gels. They're a great product. They've helped. I actually, to be honest, like I've actually stopped eating sugar, but I actually have no desire to eat sugar. Just after I've been taking these MetaPower products, and so I'm a huge fan of the soft gel and helping my metabolism. I'm not eating as much. And before, like I just, like I always was eating, especially if I'm stressed out, I was eating on a regular. And so it's so important to support that pancreas and regulate your blood. And so, because a lot of hormone issues have in the body, they have insulin problems. And I found with my polycystic ovaries that I have really, like, I got some testing done before I started the MetaPower, and my blood sugar was really high, and it's been high. It's always been high. I've always been kind of pre-diabetic just because of me with polycystic ovaries, and it really like just messes with my blood sugar levels. And so I found that it's really helped with my insulin levels. So it's going to be fun in another month or so to get my results back and see like what my glycemic index looks like and things like that. So some other things that you could try using are grapefruit, peppermint, lemon. Those are also wonderful products to help regulate your blood sugar, clean out your pancreas, and support your metabolism. So grapefruit, it's probably one of my favorite oils to put in my water. I switch back between grapefruit and lemon. Usually lemon is the most common one that we have in our house, but grapefruit is, it's a favorite. Plus I love grapefruit, so that's why I love it so much. But peppermint is also a great one to add. Plus it's really great for your stomach. So if you're having any stomach problems or things like that. So thyroid. So it's not like having thyroid issues does not have to be a life sentence. And your habits are really, really crucial and really important. So you need to check, your nutrition, your stress level, and your water supplies. And then obviously you need to make sure you're supporting your liver, your adrenals, your ovaries, your pancreas, your pineal gland, and your pituitary gland. If you're supporting all those things that we've talked about, then you're watching your nutrition and your stress level. So also, obviously, like if you're taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, that will help with that nutrition piece of it too. Doesn't mean that you can eat crummy, but it also will help support that nutrition part of it, and it will help with the stress. So, like when you're super stressed, that thyroid always is going out of whack. So, and it's important that you're having that water. So these are some great products if you combine in a roller, and you'll do 10 drops of each of these products. So you would use 10 drops of clove, myrrh, frankincense, and lemongrass. And I've had a few customers who have tried this, and they've found that and they apply it. I don't think they do it 3 times a day. I think they do it twice. They do it like once in the morning, and then because they have it just right by their bathroom, and then once right before they go to bed. And they found that these products are really helping them with their helping them with their thyroid. I was just looking at frankincense because I was thinking about it. So frankincense is one that I always put right here on my thyroid. And it's interesting because whenever they do tests and things on me, they're always concerned about my thyroid. They think I have thyroid problems, but they find out that I never have them. And I think it's just because I always am applying frankincense on my neck all the time. And so just because I think it's just a great product to help prevent a lot of things that are going out there. So, so you can put grapefruit oil on your grapefruit, really? Huh. I'll have to give that a try. Sounds delicious. I love grapefruit. So yeah, I'll totally try it. Some other things that you need to be considered is your pineal gland. This produces melatonin, which regulates your circadian rhythms. And circadian rhythms are actually it's like your clock. It's your internal clock that says, I need to go to bed. I'm tired. And so some products that really are great for that are Serenity, Copaiba. Last night, my daughter was having a hard time going to sleep, and so I gave her some Copaiba, just under a drop of, you can use the soft gels, but I put the essential oil on here just because my kids usually just do a drop of it under their tongue just to kind of help them sleep. And then obviously using an eye mask, or I have a sound machine in my room. It's actually, we just have like a kind of a fan type of noise. Practicing meditation is excellent too. But it's important to support those pineal glands, because if you're not sleeping, then your hormones are going to be out of whack as well too. So a pituitary gland, which is your master gland, this is going to regulate your hormones. It's going to regulate your, like your weight and things like that. So it's important to use those products. Immortelle is one product that I have really loved. And I usually put that just right here around my eyes, just because I don't know, it just makes me feel, it just makes me feel a little bit better. I don't know why. I just love the smell of it. So I usually put it right here. And I found that it's really helped with just regulate just how I feel in the morning. So I've been using Immortelle. Some people like to use it before they go to bed, but I like to use it as part of like my moisturizer in the morning when I'm cleaning my face and things like that, and stuff like that, like in that morning time routine. So it's a product that we've used a lot. And then another product that's great is frankincense. This one's just one that everyone should have. You should take it on the daily, or even at least put it on yourself on the daily. Frankincense is a product that we don't go without. We literally buy a bottle like every other month. So it's a great product to help regulate the pineal and the pituitary gland. Let's see. Oops. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here's just kind of a little bit of what we talked about with the endocrine system. So making sure that you're caring for your liver and your pancreas and your adrenals and your thyroid. These are some important products that we talked about. And so if you have any questions, just let me know and we can hop on. But this is kind of just an idea of what you could put in for your next LRP order. And you could add the bone nutrient, which the bone nutrient is not very much money. It's like, I can't even remember how much it was. It's like $16 or something like that. It's not very much money. And the phytoestrogen, if you want, you can add rose in there, which is a fun oil to have, especially just gift yourself it for Christmas this year, because it's such a great one. And then that Clary Calm is a great product you can have. This is just an idea. Now think about the products that we've talked about today, and what would benefit you. I would also add in there MetaPower, the soft gels or the oil, or the collagen. Don't be overwhelmed with it, and just find what would work best for your hormones and what would be best to help you out. So if any of you, this is another thing that I threw on here. There's a application of oils called Symphony of the Cells, and it's just a different type of layering of the oils. And we have done this, my husband's a chiropractor, and we have done this hormone balance one on several of his patients. And we found that it really helps with just helping them overall. And it's like a spinal technique. So you're applying it. So if you look at it, you're going to apply frankincense on the neck and the back, and then you're going to have them smell it. And then you're going to put the leftovers on the feet. And then you're going to do like a carrier oil, which is a coconut oil. But then you add these other different products, which will help support the hormones. And I've seen a lot of really great things happen. I've seen women with mood swings using this regularly, that it's really helped out with. So this is a Symphony of the Cells application that's really awesome. Whoever invited you here, you can actually ask them if you want ask them some more information on Symphony of the Cells if you want to. The Lifelong Vitality Pack, we talked about that a little bit earlier. It's actually the let me go back to there. Oops, let's go, I'm going the wrong way. We'll go back right here. Great question. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack is a mix of 3 supplements that doTERRA has. It's the multivitamin or the food nutrient, it's the omegas, and then also the cellular vitality. So both of these combine together. So the Microplex will help with your nutrition. The omegas will help with your brain function and your body function. So it helps with joints and things like that. And the cellular helps with energy and helps rebuild those cells. So so the bone nutrient is actually free if you order the set of women's health products. It comes with phytoestrogen, Clary Calm Roller, and a bone nutrient. That's cool. So yeah, that's one way you can save money is doTERRA has like a lot of different products where you can go on there and you can get, so it has these 3 products right here, the phytoestrogen, the bone nutrient, and the Claricom, and you can get the bone nutrient for free. That's cool. I didn't know that.
So it's $69.50 for all 3 of those items together.
Okay.
So it actually, when you add up the cost of the Claricalm and the phytoestrogen, it actually makes the bone nutrient totally free.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it
That's
makes
cool.
sense to buy it in the set. You can get the bone nutrient completely free. One
Yeah.
other little thing about that vitamin D, vitamin C thing, in Utah, because of where we are, like as far north as we are, we cannot synthesize our own vitamin D from the sun from October to April. So a extra vitamin D supplementation for us up here is critical for our health.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, I just met with a nurse practitioner. She's the one who did my blood work for me, and that was the one thing that I was lacking was vitamin D. And so you can get that in the bone nutrient. And I know that's why my 7-year-old didn't get the sickness that we all got, is because she was taking that bone nutrient.
Vitamin C, vitamin D makes
Yeah.
a huge.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. So not only is it building your bones stronger, but it's also helping you during this time right now. So you're not getting sick, which is awesome. So cool. Thank you.
Yep.
So what do you need to use in addition? What do you mean by that, Kim? I'm just clarifying that question. I don't know if you're in a spot that you can answer it. So addition, I would definitely, for help with hormones, the Lifeline Vitality Pack, I would say, is foundational. That is one that you definitely will need to have. Then I would be adding the phytoestrogen and the bone nutrient, and that Claricalm is excellent. Helping with PMS and helping, it helps me with my menstrual cycles and my cramps and things like that. So, those are what I would use for my hormones, but there's a lot of other products out there like the MetaPower. I don't know if there's a lot of research on if it helping people with hormones, like helping with their hormones and things like that quite yet. I don't know, so I can't say, but I do know that, I would add the MetaPower in there too.
So I actually have PCOS as well and have been pre-diabetic for 13 or 14 years, something like that. And insulin is kind of the bully hormone. So getting our insulin under control greatly affects all of our other female hormones. So the MetaPower is really a critical part about, a critical piece of getting our hormones balanced. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I would be getting on that MetaPower, using those different products. And then whoever invited you, ask them, call them, reach out to them and see if they have any other suggestions on different products and things like that. So, that's kind of what I would suggest for you. So tonight for if you go onto the Essential Oil Enthusiast group on Facebook and enter into the challenge and giveaway, since you were on the call tonight, or if you listen to this call later, I have a free lemon oil I gotta put it right there, a free lemon oil that's going to be available for you, and just because this is my favorite and I love it. So anyways, but cool. If there's any other questions you guys have, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. It's been fun. I love talking about this kind of stuff because, to be honest, I learn a ton when I do it, because I'm like, oh, I didn't know rose could help. So I was like, I'm glad I taught that today. So anyways.
Oh, yeah, because you have to study and learn when you teach
You do.
something.
You do.
Learn
You
it
have to-
at a much higher level.
Yep. So thank you for allowing me to teach. Appreciate it. So
Thanks, Vegan.
you're welcome. You guys have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you later.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.